Hey everyone, I'm going to talk today about wedging. Wedging is the starting point for any clay project, and yeah, it's not only essential, but I also really enjoy it for, especially in cold winter months like now. It not only wakes up your clay particles, but wakes yourself up, gets you nice and warm and ready for your making process. Air trapped in the clay would expand at a different rate to the clay and cause many explosions in the kiln and get the clay into an even consistency. I start people off by getting you to make your clay into a square. So you can do this just by tapping the clay down on all four sides until you've got pretty much a square. It doesn't need to be perfect. This is something you only do the first time you're wedging, just to get this visualization into your mind. Wrap your hands around the square and have the heel of your hand, I'm going to be speaking about your heel of your hands, that's this part, lined up with the front face, and your fingers wrapping around the back of the square and your palms resting on the sides. So keep that alignment in your mind. And then you can also put a little dot on the top. That dot is what we're going to be aiming to drive towards with the heel of our hands. So using the weight of your body, you're going to rock forward into the center, keeping your fingers wrapped around the back, and then you're going to roll over onto the nose. Again, putting your palms on the side of the square, wrapping your fingers around the back, and now you're going to go towards that center with the heel of your palm. And again, rocking over, hands stay on the side, fingers stay wrapped around. And we're going to get a motion going like that. So you notice I'm working from the sides. My palm of my hands are wrapped around the side of the clay, and my fingers are really holding it nice and compact at the back. So that's what my mum calls the ram's head. Some people call the bull's head. But you kind of know you're on the right track if you've got a bit of a nose and some horns. If I'm doing it incorrectly, what a lot of beginners do is they have their hands on the top and they don't hold the back, and it just splays out into a flat pancake. Then we come and we try to pick it up and we push it over. But by folding it over like that, we end up trapping more air in the clay than getting it out. How do you know you've wedged enough? Well, you can never wedge too much, but in the different seasons, you need to wedge different amounts. So in summer, I would actually sponge down the area I'm working in. In winter, I might actually want to move the clay around and wedge in different areas to dry the clay out a little bit. It depends what you're using the clay for. If I'm going to be throwing something, I might wedge about 60 times, like 60 motions. But if it's just hand building, where I know I can probably find some of the air bubbles as I'm rolling the clay out, probably less than that. It just depends how much energy you have really, and how airy the clay is. Now we've got our beautifully wedged piece of clay, but we actually want to make this into a ball so we can start working with it. And if I just start trying to like make it into a ball, I might end up folding it over and getting more air trapped in there again. We need to get the clay into a ball now. So I've wedged, and now I'm going to just lighten up my touch so that I slowly stop putting as much force, and I can slowly start getting the clay into more of a circular shape, and then I can roll it a little bit just to get any creases out, and then we've got a nice ball of clay to start working with.